One.
Hey everybody, you're listening to the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm Chip Monk, and with me as always the Mr. Gimpy.
What's going on, bro? That was a real just smooth jazz radio intro right there.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Hey, right here on K102784, the smooth jazz talk. We have the cool cat Chip Monk and Mr. Gimpy coming at you live. Like you did one of those things to me, dude. I kind of wanted to like rub my nipples and give you my number, you know?
Yeah. We get it. That's how we get them subscribers up, dude. It's the only way,
it, dude. Yeah, for sure. For
So
sure. Gotta go that way.
you can't place flyers out there with that smooth jazz voice, dude.
That's
Just still sending card, dude.
You gotta hear it. You gotta get real close to the mic and just start chatting. You know, get a little breathy.
Get a little after it. That's right, man. You been playing any? Nothing, dude. I've just been reading more books. More
no, I'm kidding. Yeah,
dude. It's been great. I was reading one where it's like it's basically, I don't know if you know about this little character called Naruto.
I've heard of him, yeah.
His little technique called like shadow clones, which is like, you know, a rip off of like Sun Wukong's like hair clones that he throw out into the world. I don't know. So they're taking that same concept where like a guy, there's like dungeons and stuff, and his
like
ability.
20 years old. We've all seen it in Reddit and all that shit. We got it.
Actually, though, I gotta make sure, dude. I know some people fell off on Naruto, dude. Hard.
Go on.
So that's basically like the plot of this is like that guy has like a shadow clone ability, and there's like dungeons in the world.
Is this like a your web novel, or is this like a okay?
It's like a web comic.
Okay.
I can't find the web novel. I caught up. Yeah, I caught up to all the light novels I wanted to read.
Okay.
And so this weekend I was looking at like just different comics. I was like, what's out here? What's good? It's not a lot. This one's all right. It's been okay. It's still pretty fresh. It's got only 26 chapters out, which is nothing. It's not even like a complete first arc. So,
but it was enough to pique your interest.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. You know, it's like, what if Naruto wasn't retarded with his abilities?
Wow, dude. Whoa, dude. 2023. Where you going with that, brother? No, I'm fucking with you.
It's our word. Dude. It's our word. You can't use that, dude.
yeah. For sure. Is this guy a ninja, or is this just kind of like, or is he like younger?
No, yeah, he's just like, you know, it's kind of like D&D style stuff where he's like exploring caves and stuff. But, he's actually like Naruto doesn't find out to like the end of like that, where like he's like, oh yeah, I get like all the skills and knowledge my clones get when they come back to me. And it's like, bitch, if you'd been using this shit the whole time, you would be like even more OP than the most OP characters out there. But he didn't, you know, he was just like, he always used it to like brute force his attacks. Like every episode Naruto was like the same, where he's like, I'm attacking with my shadow clones and try and Rasengan them. That won't work. So I'm going to use my shadow clones and then Rasengan them, and then that will work. It was like, he just kind of like brute forced his victories because he had such an OP forbidden skill. And so as you can imagine, it's a pretty OP skill that's forbidden. But people have like basically regular like illusionary clones in this world, so people just think he has that because nobody can like see his abilities. He's like,
and shit. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like using it to like, you know, go work jobs and stuff for him and get money, go get exercise, and he's just like sitting around playing computer games while all this is going on. And then he's like, I gotta get strong enough to go into dungeons to get some real money, get that GP and XP, dude. So I don't know. It's all right. It's pretty chill so far. It took like a 180 on this last chapter where like the monsters invaded and like attacked this family, and like his sister just got like speared through with like a fucking insectoid antenna.
Okay.
But I'm sure she'll be fine. I don't know. Maybe she's dead.
Find out in next episode of right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they get you, man. That's the page turner, as they say.
For sure.
Otherwise, I've been playing this fucking game, Icarus, dude. You ever fuck with this game?
I haven't. I saw you. Icarus is available on Steam, and I believe it's early access, right?
I don't know if it is, but it feels like it is, dude. This game fucking, it's okay. It is like,
it's early access, bro. Go on.
All right.
It's a survival
It makes sense.
game.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of, it's like a player versus environment, but it's not good enough to be like Ark, where like instead of like fighting like weird monsters, you're fighting fucking like bear, wolf, like regular animals. It's like, so it's like, I don't know. I guess like the plot is like the terraform the earth, but like now people can't really breathe on there too well, and there's like animals have taken back over, so you're like going down there in like little pods to like collect materials. It's kind of bad. Like the game feels early access as fuck, dude. Like it's very laggy. You have like a really nice computer, and it's shit's like laggy as fuck for me. It's like, yeah, man, upgrade your drivers and stuff. Like I don't know, we want them. Like it puts on like DLSS by like default, dude. Like I don't know. It's trying to use like all these like gimmicks and tricks to like fix the frame rate instead of like the game is just like populates like garbage all over the world for you to like pick up. So you're like running around picking up twigs and rocks and fucking stones and shit. Like I don't know, man. You're really out there foraging for stuff. And the loop that most people play is like forage, build, hunt, repeat type of thing. Like in most of these type of games, the crafting is nowhere like as good as like even Minecraft, dude.
Minecraft
like
actually, you don't say as Minecraft. Minecraft has probably the best crafting system in the industry, dude. That thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, compared to Minecraft, dude, this is like rubbing two sticks together, man. It's like it's not even close. It's bad, dude. And then like I was on a mission, like so they give you missions, and like it's kind of fun to like grind it out to because you need XP for everything to unlock like tech trees and all this stuff.
Sure.
And it takes so much fucking XP. I played that game for a few hours, dude, and I'm like level 5 or some shit, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy how much XP that everything. The game is like a grind, which is fine if like the elements of that grind were presented better. Like right now I'm doing a mission where it's like go to this area and build a base, and I went to that area and like my objectives haven't updated, and then like the mini map that it gives me is different than the actual area that I'm in. And so I'm like, this game's just fucking broken. Like, I don't know. I need to like leave that map and like try again somewhere else. It like shows like a stream that's supposed to be there. There's no stream. There's like a fucking mountain in the actual area I'm in, dude. It's busted. So there's so much polish that needs to still be done in that game. I would like it if they like just change up all the monsters instead of like actual animals. Like, you just give me like monsters because it's weird, man.
But I'm sure.
I don't, it's a simple asset flip, dude. I don't know. Maybe I just want to play Monster Hunter. I feel like this is where this whole pod's going.
We mentioned that before, dude. I was gonna gift you Monster Hunter 2 for the holiday sale, but I was like, I don't want to ruin this man's life. You know? But it just sounds like you want to play Monster Hunter every single time, dude. Every time.
Even worse, I ruined my own life by playing Icarus, dude. Like this game, I don't know, man. I just wanted to do some simple farming and stuff. Maybe I should play Rust again. I know Rust has like some player versus environment situations. I like their hydroponic like potting system is pretty nice where you can like set up like flower beds and stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to chill farming sim, but I don't want to go as deep as like farming sim the game. Yeah, man.
For sure.
What have you been up to, dude? What games you been after? How's your week, man?
My week, bro. Back at work.
My energy drink.
The vacation just fell flat, bro. I had no childcare the entire vacation, so
nocation, dude.
Is basically just chilling with the kids. Which
you had to be a dad
in itself, but when you're trying to game and chill, it's just
you're like Van Diesel, dude.
Yes. Little update. So through
like
the
Ice Cube, dude.
Break,
are we there yet?
Yeah, right. Through the winter break, the playtest for
kindergarten cop, dude.
The extraction. I don't want to call it a shooter, but the PVE extraction game, Dark and Darker, was going on. And shout out Crab, shout out Butters. Those two got into it way more than I did, but we all enjoyed it, right? It was just like this hardcore extraction, just dungeon crawler game. With this kind of swords and sorcery stint to it. Very fun. Very fun raids. So the playtest ended, and especially Crab and Butters, they like gaming was dead to them without that game, because it was such a unique like condensing of the Tarkov formula, where it was hardcore in combat but not in environment. You know what I mean? Like or like crafting or things like that. And the game was very solid for being early access and just a playtest. So this is pre-alpha basically. They're just doing playtests to make sure the servers are good, kind of balancing the looting system, and like they had a market as well that was kind of player run, trying to balance things like that. So they're doing, I think they're doing with their small team, they're doing the game development portion as you should, which they're having multiple playtests. The game will be, I believe it will be pay when it releases. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I read through the roadmap that they're going to charge for it, but these playtests are free. They're getting it blew up on Twitch, and there's the next playtest is in February, and it took that like Tarkov like experience, but condensed it enough where you get that like looter mentality, but you're also like your head's on a swivel.
Yeah.
But getting out is not you're not solving the fucking Da Vinci Code to leave the area, which Tarkov's hardcore and all, but for me, even though I have Tarkov, I like it enough, but I realize it's too hardcore for me personally. Like I don't want to have to solve the fucking Pandora's box just to leave a map, or have this whole like map in my
For
memory.
me, it was like the looting in Tarkov, where it was like for your ammo, like you have to like set up like the Rubik's cube of like which ammo goes to which gun, and like like you could disassemble every gun and like reassemble like other guns from them, like the parts. You could match and swap bullets and shit. I'm like, man, fuck this! I just want to go and shoot things, dude. Like this is crazy.
Which I think it's great that the game's big and it has all of this customization and stuff, but it's more hardcore. Want that gameplay without the in-depth like gunsmithing, your only other option really is the Cycle or Marauders, and the Cycle's in a weird spot right now where I don't think they know how to balance the Giga Chads and new players, so they're kind of working on that on their end, and the player base is suffering right now. Hopefully next wipe things will look better for the Cycle.
For me, it was more of like just like an interface problem with Tarkov, where it's like you're basically playing Tetris with the inventory the whole time at your main character loadouts. Yeah, but like I don't know if they just streamline that a bit. I don't know, like Call of Duty Warzone, where it's like you have like your guns, you can create like a loadout, or maybe like they have like a separate like gunsmithing area, and then like they don't limit like the amount of shit you can hold back at your base. So it's like, all right, you have like all this shit, like you can MacGyver together some guns that
you have to have a limit. Otherwise, the people who play this all the fucking time,
hardcore. Yeah,
they're
the rats.
Yeah, exactly. They're never going to be stopped. So I think they should have to have a limit, but that's just me. But anyway, with Dark and Darker, it really scratched that itch, and then you had the fun of getting out, right? And the PvE in that game was very fun as well. With that gone, the boys started playing some Tarkov again, and I jumped in for a couple of games. It was fun, but I wake up and I'm not craving to play Tarkov, So I've just been kind of a little, I don't want to say lost, but I want that extraction feel, but I don't want the Tarkov just hardcoreness,
I like that. I like the hardcoreness of Tarkov, but like you said, you gotta be in the mood for it, dude. Like you can't just like, it's not like something you can just like play on repeat, because like eventually it's kind of like a push your luck style looter. Like you'll run into like a bad streak of like runs, and then like you just get completely frustrated, and you're like, man, fuck Tarkov. The next time you're playing, you're like, all right, this is great. Actually, I love this game. Yeah, like I had like enough of those, but like for me, it was just again that inventory and base building portion of that game where I was just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm never making enough progress without playing this game more. Right. And like you said, I don't have like compulsion to want to play more Tarkov.
Right. But I think that Tarkov definitely, they narrowed in on a genre type that's very unique, and it's one of the newer types of things that the industry as a whole has. So like I love that competition for it is coming out with the Cycle, Marauders, and now Dark and Darker. There's a indie game that I just saw, and I wish I would have picked it up on sale. Zero Seaford, which is a extraction game. It's 2D, it's top down, and it's single player. But you go on these raids, you go and loot, and you go and you leave and come back, and that's what I wanted, right? So I started playing in VR Into the Radius. I finally got into that, and that game's a fucking banger, dude. It has like a lot of the hardcore like weapon stuff, but it's single player, right? So I don't have to like worry about other players dicking around. I can go on raids. Like it's fucking intense as shit, dude. You got like these like void monsters or whatever that are like that were once human, but they got hit in the nuclear blast and like their fucking souls are still like in the area or whatever.
Jeez.
It's great, dude. It's great. You gotta like worry about radiation and all that stuff. It's been very fun, and the game has a lot of like really cool environmental storytelling, and just if you like, you have these like quiet moments, and you can have like a guitar, and you can actually strum it and play it, and it's like a real fucking guitar and shit, dude. It's cool. It's very cool. And I think it's made by one dude. And it's pretty much like feature complete. I would highly recommend Into the Radius. The other thing I did was since I'm like embracing VR more, especially since like right now I have some stuff behind me just because Christmas time's over, so we're putting stuff back. So I have to do that. So I haven't played much VR in the last like day or two, but I bought a new VR Gunstock that sporting the.
The heck, dude? You going pro, dude? Are you trying to become a pro VR gamer, dude?
Yeah, dude. So this thing is called the VRHS for the index controllers. So I played Contractors the other day, and
Did it make a difference at all?
It did. It did, because I'm not with the virtual Gunstock. Like people say, Contractors virtual Gunstock's the best in like VR, and it is. But I just couldn't get the muscle memory down, so I was like, this will increase my immersion. I really bought this for Sniper Elite VR because I was like, good for sniping people. I want to, be fully immersed, and I forgot to buy Sniper Elite VR on the Windows. But fuck me, right? But this thing is pretty
you got the
sick.
Gunstock for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was playing this, and this part is magnetic, so I can pull it off. And
it seems like it could be a fatal flaw, dude, if you're in the middle of a hot gaming session.
No, it's not. It's you want it magnet. That magnet's strong, so I gotta like twist and then pull.
Okay.
So if I and there's a strap as well for that, so I can like let it hang on the strap and then pull it and then use a pistol. That's one of the things with gun stocks is you pistol gaming and like throwing grenades. You're usually not doing it because the gun stock's too cumbersome to like take apart. But that one it's quick as fuck, dude. So I was playing Contractors. And I was murking kids, dude. It was so much fun. And then it happened.
What happened?
I loaded into a server. They had the full-on Halo mod. I was playing fucking Halo maps with Halo guns in VR, and I ended up staying up till 4 in the fucking morning.
You're in Halo world, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was intense. It was fantastic.
Did you have dreams about being inside of Halo after this?
No, not yet. But I'm sure they'll come if I keep playing it. Then I wanted to try out like they updated the zombie mode and stuff like that. This kind of like the wave-based COD style where you just kind of co-oping with people. I wanted to play that with you and the professor, but your phone's dead. I'm sure we'll play that.
Standard, dude.
Yeah. Also, Ultimex, I'm ready to rock with you at some point. We could form the duo and rocket punch our way to victory.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I've been really
Demio.
Yeah, Demio for sure, dude. I've been really enjoying. Throughout this pod, I've been enjoying VR in general, right? But I've really been having a good time, kind of discovering, a little more hardcore single player experiences, and then kind of embracing some of the more immersion you get with VR with the Gunstock and all that. So it's been fun. it's one of those things where I'm enjoying it myself, but I also like playing with buddies, and very rarely do I get to play VR with friends because the only people who really have a good setup are like yourself and the professor, where you could just like pop it on and you're good to go. Everyone else, it's like,
ready to
oh,
rock and roll.
my space is cluttered, or I have to clean up, or I don't want to. I worked all day, I don't want to move. I'm like, dude, it just what the fuck.
Yeah.
But I say I get it. I don't. I'm ready to go whatever, dude. I'm ready to get up and go. But hey,
It's
I
the
work from home.
most
Maybe I don't have the same
bougie situation I've ever heard, dude. You're like, oh, you don't have like a 5x5 space just sitting around with a dedicated VR head space, dude. You don't have a dedicated VR space in your crib, dude.
I know. But
what's wrong with
that's what I've been up to, man. Just
dealing with paupers,
shooters. I'll say that VR's in a interesting spot right now.
I looked at this VR gimmick as well, where it was like a VR golf club. I was like, maybe I should try some VR golf. And then I was like, I don't know, like I just got like flashbacks to the Wiimote, and I was like, I don't know if I want to like actually be in a golfing sim, swinging a club that fast. Like
Walkabout Mini Golf is an amazing VR golf game.
I was looking for like something.
Yeah.
A little bit more like 18 holes or something, but
yeah.
And then like all the controllers that I could find on Amazon were like 4 and 5 people bought them and reviewed. Yeah. So I was like, I don't trust that that's not a big enough sample size.
Just have me 3D print you one, brother. 3D print you one if you really want to do it. I'll say this, man. State of VR, I think 2023 is going to be a pretty big year. CES just happened. I'm sure like the bigger guys will cover a lot of it, but long story short,
coverage.
New headsets were announced, and HTC is getting into the hyper portable headset game, which I think is huge. Yeah. Right now, Oculus, the competition.
Are they still with Vive at all? With Valve, are they still doing their headset at all?
The
partnership Sova.
It's been over since Valve released the Index. So they've been doing like their own thing. Obviously, like it's still like Steam VR is like the back end as far as the software side, just because it's the only game.
They do good, man. It really is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like there's like bullshit Oculus launcher, dude. When it works, it's fine. Like you need to like, you still have like just like weird software fucking problems with it, where it's like if you have ever plugged in like a hardwire to your computer from the headset, like it doesn't work after that, or like it'll like randomly switch you. Like I was in like a virtual desktop the other day, and it was like, oh, I can't find your computer anymore, dude. I'm like, what is this? Like, yeah. And I was like, is this like, Oculus like kicking off that software because it doesn't like that I'm like going around like their native situation? Like, because it was right after I did an update for it, so I was like, I don't know, this is sus. And then after that, there was like an update for virtual desktop immediately after that. So I was like, I don't know, man. It feels like a battle going on in the background in my computer. But it's not a great experience. The Steam VR is really nice.
So
they figured it out.
It's been interesting. So the fact that Vive's coming out with a new headset, and it's going to be priced around, like rumor is about the $1,400 mark. So it's going to compete with the Meta Quest Pro. But I think, and they have new controllers as well, so it's not the touchpads anymore. It's like more. I think the dual joystick kind of controller setup for VR is going to be the standard, as it should be. So I think that's interesting.
I disagree. I like the Xbox controller for it. I feel like that should be the standard.
What about motion controls?
I feel like it's kind of like the same problem with like the Wii, dude. Like we're like the people who enjoy that, like you and me, we're the minority, dude. Like I think most people enjoy like sitting down with like a controller in hand, like just gaming.
Here's the thing, and I disagree.
And if that can be more immersive, like I said, I've done like Xbox streaming too, like my headset with a controller, just laying back, dude. It's amazing. Like it's so immersive, even though it's not like 3D. It's great.
Here's the thing. I play VR to be in the world. Having a controller is good. I didn't pay a shit ton of money for a headset so I could play with a controller. I want a new experience. I want to be in the world, and that's why it's there. I absolutely want a controller to stay away from
For me, dude, whatever happens in my peanut brain, dude, my little bitty peanut brain, if I'm just like laid back with that controller, dude, like after about an hour, like I don't even notice. It just feels like I'm inside, like floating in the game, chilling.
Have you? Well, you played through Alex. After playing through Alex, when you're just like grabbing shit and you're like I think one of the most immersive things in VR, and if you like stop and think about it, when you first started like playing Alex, right? I'm just using Alex as an example because it's the one of the bigger games. You shoot, you need to reload. I'm guessing when you first started, right, to grab the ammo out of your backpack, you're kind of fiddling around with it. You're kind of probably struggling to put the clip in the gun, but after a while, you're doing it. It's one motion. It's fluid as fuck. You're doing it fast as shit. You got a shotgun. You're flipping that bitch out and shooting and just like popping shells in and all that. It becomes second nature. And
I told you, man, the Half-Life Alex made me realize I'd be that guy in the horror film that like panics and drops their like gun. Like,
you don't get that experience with the controller, man. That's all I'm saying, man. I
had a out of body experience playing Alex as well, where like I was sitting down playing it and like I hit something on my table and it terrified me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't in the game. I was like, what the fuck? Like it like broke my mind where I was like, oh, like I got like so immersed in like that game where I was like, oh, like hitting reality, like the wall of reality. I was like, that shook me, dude.
Yeah, dude. And that's what I want. You're not gonna get that with the controller, man. You're not going to get that with the controller, and that's what I want. But yeah, with CES, man, and like the VR industry tries kind of we're at the cusp of like just more competition equals more, more variety equals more games being pushed for it. It sounds like controller standards are now pretty much set in stone. So it's still the Wild West in terms of how games are coming up, but we're having more ubiquity.
Have like the new standards as well for like even the back end right? software.
Yep, exactly. So I think that's fucking huge. I can't wait. The other thing that was huge, we're a little close on time, but I can announce it because this just came out a couple days ago.
Huge.
Meta announced that they are going back to support PCVR.
Wow.
Whether they famously stopped supporting PCVR, they said they're never making a PC game again, and now they're doing a little backpedal. And whether that's like timed exclusives for the Quest, which is fine, but
it might be permanent. Kind of, I don't know. They want their own little walled garden, which
is fine. But they realize that there's this huge segment of the VR population that they're not touching, and you know, good old Zuck, dude. He wants his fucking balls tickled with that great dollar. So he's going back.
Like, they had like super pie in their face with like their fucking PlayStation 1 graphics demos where they're like, check out our world, and everyone was like, bro, this game looks garbage, dude. Like we had better graphics than this like back in like the early 2000s. What is going on, dude? Like you're getting ripped off, my dude. So maybe I don't like, a lot of it is like they wanted everything to be like standalone on the headset where like you don't ever have to attach to a computer, and there's like a big segment
which is like feature stuff, which I'm fine with, but that's not where we live now. So
like the headset's not powerful enough to like give people like a quality experience, at least like at scale. Whereas like the PC, like on PC, like you can port over titles and stuff. There's like people doing like all that back end stuff with like all the other games that they, like we've talked about, like Resident Evil and stuff, where people like patching in like VR to
it. Did you try that yet?
No, man. I told you I don't want to shit my pants, dude. Like
you got to
become itchy, and like the third day I'll be a zombie in that game, dude. I'll be foaming from the mouth, dude. A psychotic break trying to play that game, dude, and it'll ruin my life.
That's fair.
It's too intense for me.
Dude. But with the announcements at CES, kind of where the VR segment of this industry is headed, I'm very excited for 2023.
Did we talk about like the Pico at all? You said that was there, that dropped.
Yeah, the Pico dropped a few months ago, and
I know it's more like priced with like the standard
with the standard Quest 2.
There's like a slightly improved version of it, but
yes. The thing is,
I know some people were worried.
It's fighting for market share. You know, so people are like, I got a Quest 2 for Christmas. I got a Pico. And people are like, what the fuck's a Pico? That's that's.
It's so hopefully, I don't know. Every review I've seen on it, people are like, this is solid.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, there's like so many like exclusive games though.
Its standalone like kind of interface isn't where Meta's is, but the biggest draw is using virtual desktop with it. So it's another cost-effective solution for playing PCVR is like one of the bigger draws of it. So I think that's
and like
great.
specs wise, that's like a step up from like a Quest 2. Like
Yes. So, I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, more competition is good. The fact that the back end for VR is all pretty much standardized right now, for the big picture, it's standardized. So you're not going to have weird incompatibility issues like I can't use my controllers with this game or vice versa, So I think that's fantastic. So like I said, man, I think we're in a good spot going forward for VR.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. CES made me more excited, and yeah.
It's like we said too, like Steam's really good about like showing compatibility with like what VR headsets work with what games as well.
Yeah, very true.
So
very true.
It's nice, man. We're in a good place. Like you said, man, we're hitting that critical point of like the 0 point inflection.
Now we can focus on the software.
Now we can game.
Hardware's pretty much there. Yeah. Last little bit here. We're at time, but AR is booming as well as far as CES.
How are your glasses, man? You said you bought these beautiful, sunglass screens for you playing on the Steam Deck. You've been still doing that?
Use them all the time.
Nice.
Whenever you see me on the Steam Deck, 9 out of 10 times, I'm using those glasses.
I was thinking about maybe getting like the Professor, like a pair or something. It was like a gift, but then I was like, I don't know. You haven't been talking about it. I was like, maybe this is a gimmick.
I mean,
you're living it. You don't need to talk about it.
Yeah. Like no one's really. I mean, I brought it over to the professors and had him try it. He thought they were cool as shit too. I gotta say, man, one of the best purchases I made last year was buying those glasses as a parent. So I could, like I said, I could be like upstairs with my kids. They're doing their own thing. I could still interact with them, but if they're not like active, like they're playing or something, but they just want, I should be watching them. Make sure
keep an eye on them.
But I still want to play games, right? So let's say they're using the TV or something, right? I mean, and we don't have to
freeze
fight
up
over
a
it,
screen.
man. Exactly. It was great. There's a point.
Have you tried any AR stuff with that?
It's that stuff like with the glasses I have is kind of bound to the phone. So outside of like cooking and using it like as a recipe thing, other than that, no, truthfully. But I think that the fact that my use case, it's really just to play a Steam Deck or like even like watch a movie in bed, like plug it into the phone, just lay down, and then the movie's there, so I don't have to like strain my neck looking at the TV and shit like that. That's pretty great.
Was there any good like use cases you saw like the CES for like AR stuff where you're like, oh, that makes sense?
There's this AR puck that caught my attention. You put it like on the dash of your car, and it pops out onto like your windshield. Your fucking like map is on that. It's on the windshield, dude. You're like fucking Minority Report there,
All right.
Yeah. So I think that was one of the cooler things I saw. I don't know what other use case is, but I'm like, that's cool as shit.
You're like, all right, yeah.
So I think AR is in an interesting spot. The Vive VR glasses are XR, so it's like AR and VR. So I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I think Nintendo, obviously we said that Nintendo's the biggest pioneer in the tech space just in general. Nintendo already did AR stuff with the 3DS. So maybe like
Pokemon Go
AR games are that too. Maybe the 3DS AR games are coming back to the forefront, and they're a lot more like user friendly, and a bigger population can try it. So I'm excited to see it. But like I said, those glasses, dude, they're coming out in the US now. I think there's another pair available to buy. Now that's not like the same brand I have. But I gotta say, great purchase.
I know there's like some maps and stuff for like jogging that like it tracks like how far you've gone, and like it tells like a story along the way.
Oh, that's what I did. That's what I did. There's a zombie one on the phone. So
this one where your spy.
The zombies are on your screen. So like you're getting chased by zombies and it has the route. You turn around, there's a fucking zombie behind me, bro.
Seems like all right, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So I forgot about that. Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, man, I think that's our time. But I gotta say, man, as far as 2022 or looking forward to it, man, I think we're in a good spot.
2023, man, leave 22 behind us.
Exactly.
In the future now, dude.
In the future. All right. On that note, brother, this has been the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm Mr. Gimpy.
Chipmunk.
And we are out of here. Like, share, subscribe. Give us some love, baby.
Share, subscribe.
Yummy. I got it.